and our players across the league are too often the targets. This is not something any player in this league should have to tolerate.
Do you think Caitlin's being used as a pawn? Caitlin didn't bring racism to the WNBA. This has been happening. And that, I think, is what's been such a shock for all of us, that other people are surprised by this.
Everything started here. Watch until the end to understand why the Indiana Fever are making major changes. The team recently dropped several huge announcements, including a shocking update involving Caitlin Clark. Meanwhile, Sue Bird openly condemned racism in the WNBA, and honestly, it was long overdue. Legends, MVPs, and gold medal athletes have faced similar challenges before, but this time someone finally stepped up and spoke out. Sue didn't speak just to speak. She came armed with facts, and the Indiana Fever responded strongly before things escalated.
There is one thing I want to reset, that we want to reset, and it's the language being used around fans. Fever fans, Caitlin fans, new fans. That actually has to go.
The craziest part? Sue didn't hesitate to go on a no-filter podcast with Megan Rapinoe, even though she knew it could hurt her career. She questioned why Caitlin Clark receives so much racial hate, why her achievements and record-breaking sales are being minimized, and even suggested that the league might be pushing a biased narrative against her.
Did you, when you went and kind of swatted at Caitlin, did you intend to hit her in the eye? And if so, could you just, or if not, either way, could you talk about what happened on that play?
I don't even know why I would intend to hit anybody in the eye. That doesn't even make sense to me. But no, I didn't. I didn't know I hit her, actually. I was trying to make a play on the ball, and I guess I followed through and I hit her. So obviously it's never intentional. That's not even like the type of player that I am. So yeah.
Did you and Marina kind of laugh about it afterwards? It looked like there was later on in the game they caught you guys laughing about it.
No, I just told you I didn't even know I hit her. So I can't laugh about something I didn't know happened.
It all began when Dejonai Carrington was asked a simple question after a game by journalist Christine. It seemed harmless, something athletes are asked all the time. But things got messy fast. Rapinoe responded, saying the wording carried racial undertones. Suddenly, the entire conversation flipped, creating a new way of looking at the situation.
Obviously, hearing it initially, my visceral reaction was like, that's not good. That doesn't feel good. That feels racist, to be honest.
Sue couldn't ignore it. She called out the media, especially ESPN, for turning the situation into something it wasn't. According to Sue, the question itself wasn't racist, but the way the media framed it absolutely was. She explained that athletes of color face much heavier scrutiny than white athletes. When a black player reacts, it becomes a drama or a racial controversy instantly.
Disagree with you on Christine Brennan's question being dickish, or maybe she shouldn't have answered it, because it was something that was out there that everybody was talking about. And so she asked the question, and it was a great opportunity for Carrington to, on the record, say, no, I didn't do it. And that's all that happened. So I do disagree with you. I don't think it was a dickish question. I think it was a fine question based on what was going on at the moment.
Sue connected all the dots. Christine never expected the situation to explode, but the WNBA and media allowed rumors to spread unchecked. Sue argued that if Day had been white, this whole incident would have been far smaller. But if a white player had been in Carrington's shoes, it would have turned into a full-blown storyline with multiple consequences.
Led to the Twitter trolls and bots taking over. And what started there was this narrative of petty, jealous players hating on Caitlin. That's really what happened. That's where it started. That we must just dislike her, that we look at her side-eyed, that we don't want her to come in the WNBA and be successful, that we're hating on her, right? So we're petty.
Then Twitter exploded. Bots, trolls, everyone piling on. It all began with players expressing jealousy and resentment toward Caitlin Clark. Sue explained how Diana Taurasi's earlier comments fueled that fire. One comment turned into chaos across the league. Hate speech started appearing everywhere, and suddenly the game wasn't about basketball anymore. Fans argued about racism, privilege, and every issue except the sport itself.
At any point did I think anybody was playing dirty against Caitlin. Not at any point did I think Caitlin was targeted. And I'm going to stop on that word because what happened was these petty jealousy narratives that got formed. Then when the season started and people saw people blocking Caitlin's shot or picking her up full court, it then became, oh, they're targeting her.
Sue revealed Caitlin wasn't just dealing with trash talk, she was dodging real, physical hostility. This wasn't normal WNBA physicality. This was personal, ugly, targeted. Sue emphasized that the conversation around Caitlin wasn't just about hype. It was tied to racism, privilege debates, and deeper frustration some players felt. This wasn't just a basketball problem anymore. It exposed long-standing racial tensions inside the league.
It is right now, like it's popping right now, and just being able to know that, like, I'm happy where we are. I'm happy to see all the girls being able to pop it and look cute one the wrong way and being able to continue that.
Some players argued Caitlin gets a white girl pass. They claimed Angel Reese and Alyssa Thomas face harsher treatment and that Caitlin's rapid rise is the result of white privilege, not talent. Reese has been outspoken since LSU, and Thomas is a backbone of the Connecticut Sun. Their stance: the league promotes Caitlin because of her skin color.
All of what I've said led to this group of people being able to push those racist agendas, which really has been, in my opinion, the cause of all of this. And everybody from this moment on has, not everybody, but a lot of people have been operating under the assumption that these narratives, particularly the targeting narrative, is true. And that
Sue Bird wasn't having it. She made it clear, this narrative is wrong and harmful. What Reese and Thomas are pushing is not only inaccurate, but damaging to the league and its players.
racism has been impacting the WNBA well before this year. This is not a new thing.
Sure.
This is, and in that way, I do think Caitlin's being used as a pawn. Caitlin didn't bring racism to the WNBA. This has been happening. And that, I think, is what's been such a shock for all of us, that other people are surprised by this.
Sue argued, yes, Caitlin gets a lot of attention, but not because she's white, because she's an exceptional player. The entire situation has been twisted into something it shouldn't be. Bird refused to let this become a false racial storyline.
She's obviously doing amazing. Her game speaks for itself. I think my favorite part is just women's basketball, women's sports really, but women's basketball has been on the rise. And it's kind of like what Magic and Bird was to men's basketball. Like this moment, we kind of needed something.
This is
to
that
just
moment.
yeah, and Caitlin's that moment. And I think a lot of it has to do with her logo.
Sue revealed she has spoken to Caitlin personally. She confirmed that Caitlin is not some privileged player getting special treatment. She works hard like everyone else and has earned her place. Sue acknowledged the racial conversation is complex, but she refused to let it be used as a weapon. She also highlighted that many so-called fans spreading hate online aren't real Fever fans, just trolls pretending to be supporters to push racial agendas. Sue warned that some players are using race as an excuse to justify mistreating Caitlin on the court. This problem has gone beyond normal competition. It's turning into targeted harassment. She referenced Kennedy Carter's cheap shot, which Caitlin herself said wasn't a basketball play. Instead of addressing real racial issues, players are using the court to settle personal grudges, making the league more divided than ever. Sue questioned, what will the Indiana Fever do now?
The Fever know they must change.
Their goal? Move from the 6th spot into the top 4. Caitlin exceeded expectations. Her competitiveness, her drive, and her leadership made the entire team better. But major changes are coming. New GM Amber Cox has arrived. Kelly Krauskopf is returning as president. Players will be moved. New players will arrive. And yes, even head coach Christy Sides is expected to be fired this winter. Nothing is safe now. The Fever are rebuilding around Caitlin Clark, aiming to become a top-tier contender by 2025.